Time never stops unless you're out of time and space. That's right. It's Beyond Pocket Dimension. I hope you like that one. My name's Jacob. You got Miguel over there. You got Gage over there. What you drinking there, man?
As I'm drinking a Truly.
You drinking a Truly? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had a Dayquil. You know what I mean? To like get rid of my headache and like just help out with my throat. Cause I gotta talk. Bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I know.
This right here.
I know what you,
See this shit? That's the good shit.
I don't see anything.
Oh, you can't see it. Well, the stream can. So
Yeah.
let's hope
I'm
for the
just gonna
best.
imagine it.
Let's hope for the best. Here, let's see if we crash the stream right now. Oh no, you can see. There you go.
No, you're in.
There you
You're
go.
in.
Cool.
Okay.
That was a little
those
behind
are
the scenes. Oh, Deschutes fucking hazen. Was it freshly hazed or something like that?
Yeah, freshly. Yeah, this is the Farm Fresh Mango Hazy.
There you go, mango hazy.
I have that one.
That one's good.
Not really.
If you get the Deschutes sampler pack, Miguel, at the 12-pack one, they put that one in there and the freshly squeezed. It's really good.
The freshly squeezed is good.
Yeah, try the freshly haze squeezed. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. Someone bought this at work for the office. They bought a variety pack, so that's where this came from.
Hell yeah.
You have a beer fridge at work?
We just like all take turns, like randomly going and getting beer for the office. Pretty cool.
Wow.
That's pretty fucking awesome. You know how long I've been wanting a beer fridge at work? And it's not going to happen.
Yeah, they're all pretty. Everyone's down to drink at my office for the most part, as long as it's like just kosher. But you know,
I'll tell you
Well,
what.
I mean, especially at this point, that's not going to happen because I work for a municipal government. But
Yeah.
in my old job, they were squares. I wanted a drink.
What's up, BP Snugs? How's it going, man?
hey, welcome back.
So, at my job, I've had a total of maybe 3 shots so far over the course of working there, at just like random times. Never like drank a beer, but like because we're a bunch of bars and like smaller gambling establishments. There's like always alcohol everywhere, and there's like a new kind of rum chata that my the COO was talking about. Like, oh, Jacob, you should try some. Take a sip. So it's pretty cool. I'm not like getting drunk at work, but there's been a couple times. You know what I mean?
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Totally jealous.
It's pretty chill. I feel like as we get more corporate, though, things will change here. So I'm just riding the wave, man. We're still technically a small business.
I mean, one beer at work, I don't think it's a bad thing.
No.
Exactly.
Probably make me work better.
Especially like post 3 o'clock, post 4 o'clock, like whatever.
Oh yeah, big time. I would be drinking right now, but again, Dayquil and seltzer.
Yeah.
So I'm having the seltzer.
That's good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh God. My Alexa popped off. She was really interested in the seltzer.
And the seltzer.
How's everyone doing?
What's your accent? What's your accent?
Oh, I know it. Did not like my George Costanza's dad. What's his name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
What was his name? Frank? Frank Costanza?
Frank was Jerry's dad, I think.
Yeah, I'm curious. How we doing, fellas? Are we doing good?
We're doing excellent. Yeah. Full disclosure, my wife is any minute now gonna go into labor. So if the audience sees me say like that and then run over there, it might be the end of me for tonight. But so far we're chilling.
BP Snugs just said it's Frank. I knew it.
It is Frank.
Thank you.
I was about to say that.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was wrong.
The airing of grievances begins. How you doing, Miguel?
Not too bad. Just hanging out, doing my thing.
How's little Jakey, the cat?
Jake's hanging out, being a dick.
Okay.
Being antisocial.
Yeah.
He's on the bed.
Yeah.
Someone asked me on Twitter today whether cats would be on the Jedi side or the Sith side, and I said they have to be on the Jedi side because I want to be a Sith and I can't be hanging out with cats because I'm allergic.
I think cats could be both, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're
Agreed.
like grays.
We all know dogs would be both as well. You know,
Yeah, that's true.
I could see
There's some evil ass dogs, but most dogs are cuddly and lovely.
yeah, I
They
could see
are.
I could see a Jed dog.
Hmm.
Do you like that? It's kind of a joke, sort of a.
I like it.
Okay, dog.
It's a slight
Well,
joke there. Uh, I
Got to
don't know.
work on it.
I don't know. I got nothing there. I'm all woozy today.
you're all day quilled.
Yep. I'm quilled.
You're Peter Quilled.
I'm hashtag Star Lorded.
Yeah.
I
Lord.
I am Lord. 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 Lord.
you know, I've been watching like less and less of these Marvel movies, dude. Like fucking
Yeah.
we didn't go to the theater for Wakanda Forever. You know, of course, if it's on streaming, you already got
Sure.
it. I'll sit my ass down and watch it with Mochi Squeeze, of course. But like, I don't know,
Shout
man.
out.
These movies aren't getting me like stoked to go out and watch them. Like I should be hella like excited to see that Ant-Man movie, and I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I think at this point, honestly, like, how long has it been?
It's been
It's
a
just
long time.
fatigue, man. It's just fatigue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care at this point.
Well,
yeah,
it's like the kind of the luster of the sort of like novelty of the fact that there's like an interconnected universe of movies has started to wear off. You know, like that was such a crazy undertaking for the first, for the Infinity Saga. Now it kind of just feels like, all right, like how are you gonna like you're trying to do it again? I guess I don't know.
Now I got to watch 8 million more movies to get to the end of this story, which is going to take another 10 years.
It
yeah.
also just feels like instead of focusing on good characters, like
Mhm.
these movies have just become super plot heavy, and it's just kind of like
Yeah. Well,
you
they're
know,
they're just trying to introduce so much in every movie now. You know, it's like
yeah,
okay, well, Ant-Man's really about Kang the Conqueror, right? But then you're also throwing fucking what's his name in there, the floating head dude.
Murdoch
Yeah,
and Modoc. I mean,
yeah.
and then it sounds like there's a whole cast of characters that just don't really. Anyways, whatever.
I don't know, man. You know,
Yeah,
I just don't feel excited about it. And honestly, same kind of thing with Star Wars. Like, uh, we watched that first episode of Mando, and the way it
yeah,
ended, I was just like, was I supposed to care about?
no,
Like, was this
yeah,
a big reveal? Like, I know that the people are really into like the cartoons, like the Clone Wars and Rebels and all that shit. Like, they're probably geeking out because, like, those Mandalorian characters are, not cartoons; they're real people now. But I'm just like, I don't know. It feels kind of pandering. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean,
I feel it.
I could see that. I still haven't watched it yet, but I
Mhm.
will say Clone Wars is probably some of the better content from that
Oh yeah,
era of Star Wars.
I do need
And
to
I would
watch it.
highly recommend watching it if you
Mm.
want to make the time. It is a big commitment. It's very long, and you need to watch it in order. For like the first 3 seasons, they were aired out of order. So,
Right.
but I highly recommend it. It's pretty good. As far as Rebels, I can't say. I got
Everyone's
to the
do
first
that.
episode of Rebels, and I stopped watching it because I was burnt out.
Right.
Yeah.
So whether or not I get back to Rebels, I don't know. We'll see.
I will say Rebels goes to some really cool places. It kind of deals with a bit of like what Andor did in the way that it's like that in between. Obviously, it's a little much more of a young adult version, but it deals with some of that like the Empire fucking over planets in between, like
Yeah.
post.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I
And
mean, I liked Andor. I
yeah,
thought it was pretty cool, kind of fresh
It
feeling.
was cool, man. I can't wait for
Yeah.
the next season, and I think that's going to be pretty solid.
yeah. But Mando, the way I said I talked about it on Twitter, and I know we talked about it a little there, Jacob. But like, it just feels like if I can just remove myself from wanting it to be anything more than just like fun, pulpy Star Wars, like, and if I just kind of like know that, it's kind of like watching a cartoon but in live action, and it's fun to see. Like the dogfight in that first episode was really cool, and like,
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
and like there's some stuff like that. So like, I'm just hoping for some like cool stuff like that, and some good action, and I'll just try and remove the like hype, anticipation, and the member berry elements of it. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like I'm hating it and, we're going to watch it anyway. Like I said, if I don't have to drag my ass to the theaters, we'll probably watch it.
Yeah,
But
and
like,
it's like Moji Squeeze says in the chat, like it is like sometimes just having a good movie to stream. Like when Ant-Man inevitably does come out on Disney Plus, like I'll be stoked to like have something to watch, you know. So that's
e-
fine.
exactly.
I mean,
Um,
COVID fucked everything because at this point, I don't go to the movies.
I know, I know. I mean, I still haven't seen Avatar, guys. I don't know what's going
Me
on with the
neither.
movie.
Me neither.
I don't know what's up with this. There's some kind of
Were
whale.
we supposed to see it?
There's
Because I
there's
was not
whales.
planning on.
There's whales, Miguel.
I don't give a shit, dude.
Feel you.
Don't care.
Guys, what have you been nerding out on this week? Let's hear about it. Keep it
Sure.
short. This is one of those kind of episodes where we need to get our buddy Gage out of here so he can tend to his, you know, to the baby that's coming. You know, can't
Yeah.
spend all night chit
Human that
chatting.
will arrive today.
It very well could. I mean, it could. Whatever. We'll see. She's like 2 centimeters dilated, so woo, crazy stuff. I'm sure she likes me talking about this on air. It's all
Oh,
good.
I'm sure she
I've-
does.
Yep, that's a unit of measurement.
Oh,
I
you
can tell
need
you
to
that much.
stream it.
Hey, it's all good. We let people in behind the curtain here. It's good stuff. What have I been nerding out on? I've been nerding out on some things. Oh yeah, I got a lot further in Chrono Trigger. I think I'm almost done with that game.
Where are you at?
Um,
What's happening?
let's see.
Have you been to the
I did-
Undersea Palace yet?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're getting there.
And-
You're getting there.
Yeah, and yeah, it's so cool how that game just jumps all around. I feel like I only played the demo for Octopath Traveler, but I feel like Octopath seems to have taken a lot of inspiration from it,
Oh.
with just the way that it's like all these different characters' perspectives, and like you have a different party, a rotating party in such a way. I mean, I
Mhm.
know a lot of JRPGs do that, but this just feels like really like the OG version of that, and it's
Yeah.
great, man. It holds up so good, and it's fun. And like I said, the two different versions of combat that you can do, like the active versus the passive,
Mhm.
more turn-based D ones, is like great because sometimes I feel like doing one and sometimes the other. So that's been cool. And then let's see, what else have I been nerding out on? I guess just I kept playing a little bit of Breath of the Wild because I was just still jonesing for some Zelda fixed after seeing all that kind of stuff. I beat another Divine Beast. I know last week I said I wasn't gonna do that, but then I just did it for whatever reason. It's just like it's true. You know, Greg Miller talked about this a little bit when he was on paternity leave, for his son who was born last year or whatever. There's something about like just kind of comfort food that's really clutch during these times. Like when it's like there's a lot of like outside pressures and stresses and things to think about. So sometimes you just want something you can turn your brain off a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I have been playing more Wolong Fallen Dynasty. I haven't gotten that far in it because I hit like a weird little spike of bad luck kind of. There's a mechanic in that game where you plant these flags
Yeah.
to kind of get your influence or like to like make your enemies fear you more. I don't know exactly how it's like works, but the idea is that like as you plant them, you take less damage from enemies and stuff. But then like there's kind of this thing called like vengeance or like there's like a revenge meter and stuff. So where if you get killed by an enemy, like the same enemy a few times, that enemy gets stronger and stronger, and it kind of like decreases your sphere of influence over the realm that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
So I died a few times on this one like kind of mini boss, and it just like kind of made the whole game harder for me a few times, which is it's an interesting mechanic because I feel like you can either play to your advantage, where if you're like in the groove, you're kind of grooving, but yeah, I kind of hit a weird wall, so I was like, I'm gonna take a break from this for a night and come back to it. So we'll see how that goes. But I really like the game. The combat's super rad and fluid, and I switched my weapon style recently, and that was a good move. I switched to like this pike long like sword at like a I don't know what those are called, halberd type of thing.
Oh yeah. I like the halberd. Excuse
Yeah.
me.
And it's cool. It's like a little heavier, but it's still you still feel pretty fluid and stuff. And I got this cool chick. She's like starting to look cool now. And yeah, I'm enjoying it for what it is for sure.
How many battlefields have you beaten?
What is that? I don't know what they're called. Is it just like when you get through a kind of area,
Hmm.
like
Have
kind of a
you
level.
have you gone to a battle flag and clicked the travel button?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just once.
Okay. Do you so you can like
Oh
go
well.
to the different like battlefields, but there's also like sub battlefields, like optional ones too. But do you know
Hmm.
how many of those battlefields you've cleared? Like you did the tutorial area. That's done.
I did the whole. Yeah, I did the tutorial area, and then after that, I've gone like through one more, I
Okay.
think,
Yeah.
or not just the tutorial area, the demo area, and then like because I actually
Mm.
did actually do the demo, and then just because it was downloaded already, and so and since
Uh
progress carried over, I just like
oh,
did the whole demo, and then so
I
yeah,
didn't know that. I didn't know it did something like that. I started fresh. I didn't play the demo at all. So
it's like once you download the main game, like your demo stuff just comes right in, and so I just like moved on from there. Anyways,
I
but
see.
I'm still not that far. I still feel like I'm in what feels like early game, but I beat one hard, scary boar boss. Anyways,
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. I think I'm two battlefields ahead of you. And I did
cool.
one that like there's like I said there's optional battlefields that you can go, and it's like essentially you just have to you have to beat the boss in the end. But
Yeah,
then
totally. Yeah.
when you click travel, it'll show you the battlefields like what you didn't get, like cuz each battlefield has a
Mm-hmm.
certain number of those flags you can put down and stuff.
Flags. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm finding that fun. I like
Yeah.
missed a couple flags because I beat the boss and it just kicks you out of the level. So I was like, fuck, I got to do
Yep.
it again. So I ran it a second time and I got everything. And I was like, dude, just running this area a second time was fun. And it just gives you
Yep.
so many goddamn items. That game,
I know.
so
Seriously.
many items. All the stats are like, what is all this? Like, just
I
so
know.
many
I know.
stats.
It loads in a lot on you right away, and you're like, all right, I guess I'm gonna figure this out as I go, but who knows? Yeah.
It's not like with FromSoft games. It's um, like oh you understand. You got defenses, you got like resistances. It keeps it pretty simple. Not to mention like you just get one armor typically, unless they're ones you could pick up off enemies. But this game is like it's pretending like fucking I can't even describe it. It seriously just overloads you with so many different types of armor or the same things over and over again, but then they're just slightly different. But the good thing is like there's just a ton of weapons that you could try out. And I'm loving that.
Yep.
I'm loving trying them
Yeah.
out. Right now I'm using the big ass what do you call it? Like hammer thing
Yeah.
that you get from that first area, and then I'm digging the halberd, so it's kind of my two. But what are you leveling in the game?
Um. I forget what they're called, but I'm leveling like because they're like earth powers and things like that. They're called like that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, like the
Um.
elements or whatever.
I'm leveling. I'm kind of playing around with it. I'm leveling the ones. There was like a healing one. I think it's called Earth Power Element or Earth Element or something like that.
Hmm.
And it has like passive. The one of the perks I just got from it was like passive health regen and stuff. And then the other one, I forget what the other one was. There was just like I was kind of going by like where you get like some of those little perk things.
Ah,
Um, but I think I'm kind of focusing on like three of them, and then the other two I was like I don't think I care about these. So.
yeah, yeah. I'm doing the earth one because the earth one is like it gives you more spirit gain if you
Oh
deflect,
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
right? So yeah, I'm going hard in the earth because I was like, I mean, I might as well. I'm gonna deflect a lot, so let me focus on that. And I also noticed that it kind of bumps up kind of the heavier weapons. So I'm like doing the thing I always do in these From Software type of games where I'm going like heavy armor, heavy weapons, earth all the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
But also the what is it? The yellow one.
Yeah, I know. I know them by the
Fuck.
colors too, more than I know them by the names.
But it's more like metal. There you go. I'm
Yeah.
leveling metal and earth, and I leveled up the first one, which is wood, a few times, but I'm really bouncing between those two. So, fun ass
Yep.
game. If you have Game Pass, try out Wonlong. It's a lot of fun. Um, Graphically, it looks pretty good, but like it's a little rough around the edges. Like it needs some more anti-aliasing or something. You know what I mean? It's got that kind of like janky look, but
Yep.
slightly. But like I do like the design, the art design of the world, and the characters look cool. The armor looks kind of fun. Um, you know what I mean? And the weapons, the action are like what really drive this game. But I'll tell you what, in that tutorial area, there's this fucking tiger that you probably aren't supposed to beat, and so I just like yelled and screamed my way through it and fucking took him down. And then you fight a bunch of those tigers later all the time. Fucking easy now, because I just memorized their attack patterns. So funny. You still there, Gage?
Nice.
I think.
I am.
Okay. Was there anything else you were nerding out on?
No, let's move on. That's good for now. Yeah, just sticking to comfort food and then trying out Wolong. It's fun.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I was also trying out Wolong, so had to at least get that out really quick. Also,
Yeah.
what the fuck else was I doing? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank right now. Oh, I've been playing Valheim. That's coming out on Xbox like next week.
I'm excited. I'm excited to jump in. I'm really looking forward to it.
Full crossplay, so I can even play with you with my Steam version. So you could jump right into my
Nice.
world. We could play. It's a good time. I got the
Love it.
I got the homie Gomstead who was on the podcast a few weeks ago. He's been playing SD Gundam Battle Alliance, so I've been playing that too, leveling up my Gundams. I'm literally playing this game a second time just on Xbox so I can squad up with people because it's not crossplay. I'm like, dude, how the fuck does a small indie dev team implement full crossplay, but like no one in Japan can? I don't understand. Help me understand Bandai Namco.
I think what it might be is that like it just takes a certain amount of communication between like a couple of different like networking departments, and Japanese companies just don't talk to each other that way. Like they like really are just like, nope, we're closed walled gardens. So
Yeah, do better, Japan. Also, I've been watching The Expanse. Show's fucking good.
Oh hell yeah!
Show's really fucking good.
Where you at?
I'm on like episode 8 of season 1.
Oh, okay.
So, and this is what I always say. Okay, this is
Just
what
throwing it out.
when it comes to the plot, dude, it's Gundam. Pretty much.
It straight up is.
Just
Yeah.
straight up is Gundam. It's like, okay, you have the space noids who want to fight
The
against.
belters.
It's gonna get a little weird though. You'll see.
Yep.
Oh, I'm sure it
doesn't
will.
stay the same.
I mean, so does Gundam. So there you go.
Very true. I don't think there's going to be psychic teenager robot pilots in this show, but the same idea, I don't know, maybe, but like at least the overall plot, I was like, oh man, these guys must have been fans of like Gundam, because it's like, oh, the space noids versus the fucked up Earth government trying to control everyone in space, and they don't care about the people in space. But yeah, what I love about this show is just like the attention to detail and the science and stuff. Like, oh, they had that guy, they brought him onto Earth to torture him with Earth's fucking gravity because he's spent his whole life in space, and that one dude's telling like a story about how his daughter was spent most like all her life in 0G, and so her bones were like chalk, and like, man, it's fucking crazy shit. It's pretty dark. It's like really, adult, like really feels real. Loving the actors, great show. Gonna keep going with
Hell
it.
yeah!
Yeah, very, very good.
I know. I dropped off at like what is it? Season 5, 4, 5.
There's that many
Um,
seasons.
But did it finish, Miguel?
It finishes at 6.
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say I didn't finish the last season all the way through. I think I got about halfway through it. I'd like to go back, but at the same time, I think it kind of suffers from the like it should have ended sooner type thing. But overall, I still like that show quite a bit. I would like to finish it. I don't know if I will, but I did get to the final season at least. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
Yeah, I want
And
to.
to
I
be
want to
fair,
go back
I've been
too.
having issues finishing shows in general.
Yeah.
So,
I get it. I really do.
but what I will say
seasons
is
go
you
pretty
should
quick.
watch Battlestar.
Battlestar?
I've never seen.
I should watch it.
That is fucking classic. It's so good.
Yeah, I know it's on the list. You mean like the one from the 2000s or whatever? The aughts, excuse me.
Yeah,
Fucking,
remake
I hate the whole aughts thing. I'm sorry.
with Edward
Me
James
too. Can we have a
Olmos.
better goddamn decade name?
I know. I hate hearing aughts.
Just call it the OOs.
Yeah. I called the 2000s, bro. That's what I call
Yeah,
it.
just call
Yeah.
it the 2000s.
I've been calling it that forever since fucking 2000s. When I hear
I've heard the
aughts,
aughts too, though.
what?
Said I've heard the aughts too, though. So
I've just
You know
started
what I
hearing
heard?
it.
You know what I heard the other day was you know how they say like the 90s and the 80s? I heard the naughties, which is gross.
the naughties
Yeah.
for the 90s,
For the aughties, for like
for
the
the
oh
aughts,
yeah, I
the
don't know
naughty.
why. The
What the
naughties.
fuck?
I want
Someone
to die.
said it on I forget what it was. It was like a
Kill me,
documentary or someone, and
please.
someone was like, "Yeah, during the naughties," and I was like, "What the? Shut the fuck up!"
I'm about to do
No,
some
that's
naughty
fucking
things.
random shit, dude. No.
I mean, it was a naughty time. You know, there was a lot of, like
Just call it
titties and stuff.
the 2000s and then the 2010s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
that's
we'll
what I
call
do.
it the 20s.
No, it's the aughts, bro. So yeah. Oh, and then Final Fantasy IV. I'm getting pretty far in that game actually, so I got to beat that
Cool.
soon. I'm at the point where you have to do this boss battle, and then right after the boss battle, like the main villain shows up, paralyzes your whole team, kills everyone but the main character, and then a character you thought died shows up and saves you, but then you have to spend the time and energy to revive everyone. And I don't know. I'm just like, how? I don't know. So it's kind of fucked.
Hmm.
But I need to get through that game and keep going with my Final Fantasy journey. And as for Gundam, I don't know. I'm kind of on a Gundam pause right now, a little bit, you know. But I hear that Panafin's got Gundam Evolution to work, so I'm gonna maybe play that with them. There you go.
Nice. Did I see that O'Shea's starting a Gundam podcast?
We were talking about that, so might have to guest or co-host that show with him. So I don't know.
Just make him do all the production
Yeah,
and all the work, and you could just show up.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'll do. I'll be like, I'll gladly
there
be
you
on
go.
your podcast. You just have to do all the work. Miguel, what you been nerding out on, dude?
I finished Tunic this
Oh.
past week. That was
Great for
fun.
finishing games.
I know, good for you.
Well, I mean, that's what I try to do. I focus on a game and I finish.
No, I know. I'm
How?
just saying we're failing at that, and you're doing great. Good
So
job.
I finished Tunic. There's a lot going on in that game. I like good for the people online and on the internet for translating the entire the manual,
right.
and like the end of the game is like I did what I was not supposed to, and I got the real ending without getting the fake one first.
Oh
Cool.
shit.
So
Uh-oh.
it is what it is. I kind of cheated, but I didn't. I did some of it on my own. Those puzzles are fucking hard as shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that, like I said, people found out that you beat the game and you get all the treasures and you go into a place and then you put in a thing and then it takes you to a website and it looks like it's setting up for a different game. Yeah, dude, it's fucking crazy.
Whoa. Dude, I need to play this game more.
I don't have to do that.
And so there's a lot going on. I will say, had I not been for the internet, I probably wouldn't have gotten everything.
Hmm.
I don't know if it's just I'm not that smart or I'm not just paying attention. Like a lot of that shit is like, I honestly do feel like they made it for a community.
Yeah.
So that everyone would kind of like figure it out together. But I will say, if you do go back to try and finish it, everything you kind of need is in that book as you find the pages.
Yep.
So it's all in there. You may not be paying attention. Let's just put it that way.
It's just cryptic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it's very cryptic. So I beat that. I watched Paddington 2.
Oh,
I've heard
Whoa.
nothing but good things about those movies.
okay. On our NPD scale of 5 pockets, what do you give it?
Definitely like 5 pockets.
5?
It's just as good as the first one. Let's put it that way. If you like the first one, you'll like this one.
Oh no, haven't seen any of them.
No, the first Paddington's pretty good, dude. This is what
Yeah?
I'll say about that.
Really?
You should watch it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I had fun
You
with
hear
it.
that?
It's a good movie.
You hear that shit, Mochi?
Excellent.
We gotta watch Paddington 1 and 2 now.
Yeah, but we watched Paddington 2. I was mainly more intrigued because of the what's the name of that fucking movie? The one where they keep referencing it with Nick Cage.
Oh, the
oh,
unbearable.
The Unbearable Weight of
Unbearable
Massive
Weight,
Talent. Thank you, Polly
There it is.
Pocket.
Yep, there you go.
And they keep talking about it, and then I got Sadie to watch Paddington, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna rent the second one." So I watched the second one. It's a pretty good movie. Let's just say Paddington ends up in the penitentiary.
Good lord.
What?
And it was good. It was good. So I will say you should watch that. Give it a watch. Paddington 2.
Wow. I'm in. I'm in.
Paddington?
Yeah, he ends up in the pen, man.
Paddington
Oh, no.
2. Paddington. I like you. I like a good old Ewan McGregor, so I'm into it.
Wait, he's in that?
I think.
No wonder
I
it's
think
good.
so, and if he was, I didn't recognize him. Let's put it that way.
What if he's
maybe I'm thinking
Paddington?
of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of, what's the Winnie the Pooh movie?
The new one, the horror movie.
Yeah, I
No,
was about to
not
say.
that one. Who's the guy who hangs out with Winnie the Pooh? The kid,
Piglet?
Christopher Robin.
Christopher
talking about-
Robin.
Christopher Robin
Oh.
movie.
I'm talking about the movie Christopher Robin.
I never
okay.
saw that.
Okay, never mind. It's not Ewan McGregor movie then.
But definitely
Oh, I think
Paddington 2 it was really fucking good.
Hell yeah.
And then
Nice.
I just or Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out what game to play next. I haven't decided. I'm actually thinking about because Polly Pocket actually wants to watch me play Last of Us.
Ooh.
I may start that.
Yes. Have you played any of them?
Me?
Yeah.
Of course. I played them before you did.
Whoa, I just don't know. Cuz
Whoa, man.
There
You don't
was-
listen.
dude,
Don't listen.
people say a
The
lot of
theme.
things. How am I supposed to remember everything? You know what
I
I mean?
remember what you say.
How? I can't remember anything. I can't even remember what I say.
How he says.
How do you remember? I don't
shit?
know.
How do you pay attention to
What
people?
the fuck? No, I pay attention.
Uh,
It just doesn't
fucking
absorb.
with you.
Doesn't absorb sometimes. It's because
Sure.
someone was talking about how they'd never played the game or something, and they're like, I don't need to, and I was like,
Still play it.
I don't know if Miguel played it. I mean, I just wasn't sure. Did you play the second
I
one?
played the first and the second, and I
Okay.
played the DLC for the first.
That I didn't play.
And I know you didn't play that because I remember.
Wow, good on
You
you.
told me you rushed through the whole thing so you could play the second one, right?
Yeah. So if I ever need help remembering things, I'll just ask you. And Mochi Squeeze, she's good at remembering stuff.
But yes, I did play them both. It would be a nice refresh for me as well.
Look,
Since it's
man, you
been a
know,
very long time since I played the first one.
I blame all the weed. You know what I mean? Doesn't help. Doesn't help.
Yep.
You tell me stuff, and I'm like, yeah, and then
Yeah, that's cool, man.
just fucking melts away.
For me,
dude.
for
I'm
me,
sorry.
it makes me forget people's names as soon as they say them to me. They'll tell
Like-
me their names, and I'll be like, "Oh, cool, yeah," and then literally it's gone after that.
You're
I'm
like-
"Fuck, what was their name?"
Charles. It started with the
Charlemagne?
sound.
No.
It's like my name's Adam. It's not. It's not Charles. Miguel, you had anything else, man?
No, but that's it. I think that's where I might be. I may next week be like, oh, I started Last of Us. I don't know yet.
Cool.
I haven't decided.
That's cool.
Okay. Have
You
you
know,
heard?
Atomic Heart's out. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
I'm curious too. I'm curious. I haven't jumped
I
in
know
yet.
Some people have apparently complained about it being a bad stereotype of Russians or something like that. I saw on the internet, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about the game, so we'll see if maybe I'll start that. I'm not sure yet.
I also might. We'll see.
I hear there's some really sexy robots in it. So
And who doesn't like sexy robots?
Yeah, exactly. Especially Echo Chloe.
Have you ever heard of really quick? Have you heard of that one Reaper game? What the fuck was that Reaper game? Oh my god, what is it called again? Reaper bird game.
Of Souls?
The fuck is it called? You
Reaper
know?
of Souls?
idea what you're talking
No,
about.
it's the game where it's kind of like Tunic, but you're like a Reaper, death something, fucking death bird game. What the fuck is it called? Death's Door. God damn it.
Gunbrella?
Death's Door. Miguel, have you heard of a game
oh,
called
yeah,
Death's
yeah,
Door?
You're a little crow guy. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Jesus, that was hard to remember. See? Told you. Even when
I
I'm
played
trying.
that game. That was a fun game.
Miguel, if you like Tunic, you really need to play Death's Door. I don't know if it's on Game Pass.
It
might be.
is.
Was I don't know if it still is. I
No,
think
it still is.
Okay, so
I'm looking at it right now.
I
And that was one of the games that kind of went by, so maybe I'll play that. We'll see.
I need you to play this game at some point because it's very excellent. Like I like Tunic. It's kind of hard. I like the music and stuff, but Death's Door is like one of the best games of that year, 2021, I think.
The combat in Death's Door is I think better than the Tunic combat. I think it's it's really fun. Yeah.
It's tight. And then also like if you kind of dug the vibe of Tunic where there's kind of weird stuff going on, like weird kind of meta puzzles to some extent, Death's Door does that as well. But it still feels like a Zelda game. So that's just a recommendation. Maybe you check it out. Who knows?
I might actually take you up on that.
Yeah.
Because I'd be down to play a little bit more like a Zelda type game again.
Yeah.
I did enjoy Tunic quite a bit. It was fun.
Yeah, and you'll love that game too then.
The puzzles are ridiculous in that game. It was fucking crazy.
There you go. All right, that's it for our Vibe New guys. Let's talk about some old ass games. Now, how old's everyone? Miguel, you're turning 40 soon, right?
I'll be 40 in July.
I gotta put him on blast like that.
I think.
No, I'm just kidding.
All good.
I think I'm 36.
You're turning 37, I think.
Yeah, 37 this year then.
I'm not mistaken.
I believe
Getting
so.
older is fun, man. I'm all about it.
How old are you, Gage? Do you remember? Because it's hard for me to remember. 33?
Yeah.
Nice. Damn, Miguel, you know everything. Fuck.
And you're turning 34 this year?
Yes. Later on.
All right. Well,
so
30 something aughts years ago. There's some video games out there, right? You guys remember that? You guys remember Tiger handhelds?
Yeah.
Nope. Actually, yes, I guess I do. I never owned one, but yeah.
Well, back in my day.
Well, those are like the
handheld that exists.
Those are like the Game and Watch-esque type of things, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a look.
You know what? I lied. I guess I did have some of those.
Remember these?
Yeah, those were fun, man.
You fucking see them everywhere.
Oh shit! Are those on sale right now?
Yeah, this is on Amazon.
Pretty cheap.
You could buy one right now. I think they take AA or AAAs.
Wow.
Get Transformers. There was one for like every fucking property, even like Little Mermaid.
Let's go.
J Park right there. You got.
I like their the form factor of them. They're cool.
Yeah, it's these top ones that it's like that kind of off-white, like weird white color that everything was back then because of Nintendo, I guess. Good times though, man. So I don't know. We were chatting on Slack and stuff about retro games, and I was like, let's get deep. Let's really dig. I mean, I told you guys before, the first game that I can remember playing was either something on the Atari, like Pitfall or something like that, or it was like a 486 Breakout clone. That was almost like a 3D like circuit. Like here's the screen, right? And it's kind of a 3D thing where like the blocks are like in a circle, and you move the fucking paddle around, and then it would shoot a little ball, and so you'd have to block it around the screen or something like that. It was something like that. It was like really weird. But again, I was like 2 or 3 years old at the time. But beyond that, obviously, we've played all sorts of other video games and shit. When I was 3, we got the NES. So we all love NESs. But I mean, there's this.
I will say I did not have one.
You didn't?
Played it. Nope.
Oh, okay.
Did not have
I mean, we all.
My mom bought me an Atari 2600.
I also never owned one, but I played plenty of NES games.
Yeah.
Because someone told her, "Oh, it's the same thing." At the end of the day, no, it's not the same thing.
No, it really wasn't.
Sorry, I misspoke. I mean, we've all played an NES. So yeah,
Yes.
let's look at some Atari games. How about that? What are some Atari games that you remember
I,
back in the day?
I wish we would have. I would have done a little bit more digging because I could have pulled out the cartridges for the Atari 2600 that I still have around.
Whoa.
Wow. Are they black? What were the cartridges like for the
It
Atari?
depends on the cartridge.
Yeah,
Most of them were black. Some of them were kind of like a grayish color,
Mhm.
sure.
and then some I think were white, and they were all kind of like shaped differently. They all weren't like squares. It would just depend on the game.
Mm.
So
That's pretty
one
cool.
time I was working I was working for a let's call it a flower company. Let's call it a flower
Okay.
farmer up in the hills of outside San Jose in the Bay Area.
He
And
was
one of the guys,
growing blueberries.
yeah, sure, yeah, and
Oh,
and
adventure! I have that.
and
Snot.
one of the guys who co-owned the farm was one of the OG Atari dudes, and he was super smart
Really?
and a totally heady guy, and he was super cool. We had some great conversations about all the beginnings of that stuff. But ooh, I remember Battlezone.
These were some nice graphics. We're looking at Beam Rider right now. Never heard of that. I only really knew Pitfall, Adventure, like pretty much. Or who can forget Joust? Joust rules.
Oh, Berserk! I have that
Joust.
too.
Berserk kind of looks like what was that one where you walk around and shoot just like that?
Ooh, Chopper Command. God, remember
This is
Chopper
what I'll say
Command?
about these games is they were fun for the time. Obviously, when getting one of these as opposed to getting an NES, it was kind of sad because you'd go over to someone's house and you'd see the NES games and you'd come home to this. It's really
Right.
like there were really no stories in these games, like Pitfall. All you're
Yeah.
gonna do is keep running
Yeah.
until the timer ran out. Like
Yeah, it's really just a like a different gaming philosophy, right?
yes,
Like the art looks very different, and
Hmm.
I mean
there is
there's a
really
lot
no
of
narrative.
yeah,
Like
there's a lot of innovation here for sure, but like
Hmm.
um
Yeah, but just look
so,
at that.
I mean, I still had fun with the games. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed playing them. Hell, I plugged it in what maybe like 10 years ago when I played it,
Hmm.
and it was still
That's
a lot of
cool.
fun. But um, like obviously this is the start.
Hmm.
Things just got better.
yes, no doubt.
Yeah, true. Um, cool.
Whoa.
What was your favorite Atari game, Miguel? As someone who actually had one,
Um, what was the name of that fucking game?
what was it
I don't
like?
remember the name of it to be honest with you. The one I remember right now. Oh, well, probably Centipede to be honest.
Oh,
To just
Centipede.
choose one. Centipede was really fun. Obviously, I mean
Yeah.
that was a good arcade game to begin with.
Hmm.
Can't go wrong with Centipede. Space Invaders. If I'm
Gotta
not
love it.
mistaken, that was an Atari game too. That one was fun.
Was
And
Galaga
Pac-Man.
Yep.
and
What
Pac-Man?
was that? Yeah, Pac-Man.
Was Galaga on the Atari or no?
I don't remember if Galaga was on Atari. If it was, I didn't have it. Oh, and
Mm,
ET, of course. Let's not forget about
Oh
ET.
god.
let's not forget ET. Galaga was for sure an arcade game, and then I want to say, was it like SNK or something? That I forget where that came, but
Yeah, no, I mean was it on the Atari though? That's the
I
question.
know
I
I just
don't.
don't remember.
I
Yeah.
don't remember. I really don't.
Cuz I know
Let me
that the
look at.
the port to Atari, like the Pac-Man port, apparently wasn't as good as the arcade version or something. So people that's what people say.
Which I wouldn't be surprised. And I don't even think it was straight up Pac-Man. It was Pac-Man Junior that I owned.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then I think I had a no, it wasn't Donkey Kong. I need to pull them out and I'll show you at some point because I still have it. It still works as far as I know,
Uh-huh.
and it's definitely still we could plug it in.
Okay, cool. I
And
mean,
we can play some Atari.
uh can you plug it into like a phono like red, white, yellow or something?
No, this is like straight up like you need an antenna port.
A coax?
Yeah, the coax cable.
How do you get that to work? Do you need like an adapter or something?
What do you mean?
The
You just plug it in through the coax, dude.
Into what? Do you got coax on the back of a TV or something somewhere?
Hell yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
They still got coax on TVs?
A lot
Yeah.
of them still do because
Yeah.
people still haven't cut the cord. Believe it or not, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But people,
Wow. I'm a little shocked.
no, I know, I know.
Huh.
I mean, other than that, I think I'd have to get. There probably is an adapter you can probably get on Amazon.
Right.
Hmm.
Like a
So you
capture
can
card.
plug it in.
Like a capture adaptation.
Mhm.
That'd be interesting.
Jacob, I wanted to bring it up just because it's. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole today.
Uh-huh.
So I'm a little younger than you guys, and
And
Oh, he's frozen.
family
He's
that was
frozen.
kind of like trying to. Damn it! Sorry.
it's okay.
It's okay. Don't worry
Alright.
about
I think you're back.
I'm here. I'm here.
it.
All right, all right. My early video game years were plagued by the fact that my family was trying to kind of, monitor and prohibit my media intake a lot when I was a younger kid.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my video game experiences were based around the fact that I couldn't own any of these things, and I could only experience them at friends' houses and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But then when my family got a home computer, I was able, because my dad was in web design, early web design, in like the late '90s, early 2000s,
Mhm.
and so I was able to kind of circumnavigate that by using my computer time to go play online video games. And I had completely forgot about this certain segment of time in which I used to go Shockwave games. Do you remember any of these? Um, there
Yeah.
was websites that you'd go on. They were browser websites.
Mhm.
And there was Shockwave was like a 3D graphics thing. It kind of looks like old school Doom clone type of stuff. But I did find this one. I don't know if you can find some B-roll of it, but
Mhm. Is that the one you sent me?
Alien X was the one that I called, and that game I used to play it through all the time, and I think it's only about 30 minutes long, that game, but I used to play it so much.
Dude,
And
it has some really strange voice acting in it, which is fun.
seriously, yeah.
It's a good time.
And I forgot about the weird little intro that's there that's like almost like anime-esque. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I used to go to my friend Aaron's house and he kind of introduced me to this. And
Here it is.
so many times because I used to play this all the time back in the day.
Just playing it. So yeah, this is, I guess you
What's
pick
that?
your loadout, but here's the actual gameplay. Because the intro is like super weird, dude. But yeah, look, it's
Super weird.
just straight up looks like Duke Nukem or like Doom or something, you know.
Yeah.
But you could just
And I used to play so much of this.
you could just play this like online on like a website, right? Like a browser.
You just play it in Internet Explorer. Yeah, you had to download Shockwave, which was like a Flash plugin type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then it would just run in your browser. Yeah.
Dude, that's so
Interesting.
awesome.
But this was a segment of gaming that I just completely forgot about. And then I was looking at things like 3D pinball, space we could at pinball and stuff.
Yeah.
And the other one was, what was it called? Ski Free.
Yep.
Remember that one where like it was
Mhm.
like you ski down a
Yep.
I remember going to the Microsoft website and playing all the free games on there for a while.
Yeah. Well, like for a long time, the pinball game was like free.
Yeah.
You know, it would just
Yeah, I remember this.
it was just
Mhm.
bundled in with Windows. You know what I mean?
I do. Yes, it was included. Yes.
Just like what is
Solitaire.
it? Solitaire, or like we were talking
Minesweeper.
about. Yeah, Minesweeper, exactly.
Minesweeper, yeah.
Ski Free was one of them too. Let's see if we can get that one going.
Yeah, if you can see Ski Free, it like brings you back immediately. You could just use the arrow keys, and yeah, there's the Yeti. He'd come for you.
Let's check out this nostalgia nerd website here,
Seriously.
or not, because this guy's talking too much. But here's some
But
of the
yeah,
gameplay.
I used to play the shit out of these games. It's so funny. It was just like, yeah, just I remember my mom used to work at a community college for a little while, and I used to just go sit on their computers while I was waiting for her to get done with work and just play lots of Ski Free and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, big time. Me too, dude. Actually, my dad had a lot of computers growing up. So when I go over to his house, like I would do that stuff too. And I do have a memory of when I was a kid. He was like at work somewhere doing like IT stuff, and I was just playing Command and Conquer on like one of his work computers, and that shit was tight.
Oh yeah.
I loved Command and Conquer. But also we had like I don't know what it was or what generation. I was trying to figure this out. I couldn't figure it out, so I'd have to like maybe do some more digging later. Um, but there was like a suite of games like for Windows or something, like just like the ones we're talking about. But there's just like extra ones. And one of them is this game called Chips Challenge. And so at least I was able to find it. And here's, I mean, it's not footage of it, but here's like a picture from like a Kotaku article. But just take a
Yeah,
look at this. Does this look familiar to you at all?
it does.
It
Does
does not.
okay. It was like
Specifically, like the things that you land on.
right. So it's sort of like a not platformer, but sort of, kind of a puzzle game, I guess. But like each one of the squares, if you'd move the arrows, it would move your character in like one spot at a time. But you pick up the power ups, and it would allow you to do things like you see that flipper, right? If you pick that up, now you can swim, and so on and so forth. And I just remember being really cool. But like the whole objective of the game is to collect these. You can see them here, like little CPU chips or whatever, just throughout the levels. And I just specifically weirdly remember the fuck out of this game. And I guess it was free on Steam at some point. That's what this article is really saying. But
Nice.
games like this, man, just really fucking bring me back. And one of the games that I loved the most, and one of the things I liked about PC gaming back in the day, um, twofold thing here. Number one, Heroes of Might and Magic. One, I didn't realize this originally.
Yeah.
I had the first one. Cool ass game when I was a kid. But the cool thing about PC gaming back in the day was that the music for the game was on the fucking CD itself, right? So,
Yeah. So you could just plug it in
right,
or put it in a CD player.
exactly. You just skipped track one because that's all the data, and then tracks two and on is just the music. And so I just specifically remember, like this particular game. Fucking, oh my
Gosh.
God, I gotta see that world map again. Hold on, look at that shit. Oh
Yeah,
man,
I
it's bringing me
haven't
back,
seen this
dude.
in so long.
It's bringing me back, dude. But the music was so cool. Like I just really liked it because I was a huge nerd. I always love classical music. I talk about this all the time, and so I would just like put that disc in and
Man, I haven't seen
fucking
this footage in so long. I used to
wild.
play this all the time.
Yeah, dude. I mean, old school strategy game. But like you'd pick your like faction or race or whatever, and there was like a feud that you could choose from. You could be like the evil necromancer one, just a bunch of cool factions. And each faction had like a different song that they would just continue to replay on the disc. And man, this shit just brings me back, dude.
In the especially in the battle like songs, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you see how like just the yellow flashing fucking icon thing, and oh my god, dude. It just really brings me back. Were there any PC games like that for you, Miguel? Like old school?
Um, Not my. What did I play? I was just thinking of one, to be honest with you. Not PC, not early PC games like that.
Uh-huh.
Most of my time was spent on console,
Okay.
and I remember like Flashback or like
Oh,
the early
my
Blizzard
god.
games.
Yes.
Do you remember those?
Mm-hmm. Like Lost Vikings?
Blackthorn, the Lost Vikings,
Mm-hmm.
like all those games. Those games were a lot of
I
fun.
never played Lost Vikings. I've always heard about it though.
It was interesting
Mm-hmm.
because it was like you controlled all three, but each one did a certain thing, and then you had to like figure out how to get through
Mm-hmm.
the area or whatever. And there was like one guy with a shield, and
Yeah,
it
this
was it was fun. I never finished Lost Vikings. Blackthorn I beat, if I'm not mistaken.
you say Blackthorn?
Blackthorn,
Okay, I'll look that up next. But this is
that,
footage.
which is interesting because if you look back at those old Blizzard games,
Uh-huh.
Lost Vikings clearly is the dwarves from World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And then Blackthorn, the enemy is the orcs.
Yeah,
Oh.
totally.
Huh.
So if you look at those characters, and Flashback, I always thought was cool. I just never beat it.
Flashback is a cool ass game. I think I own it on Steam because it was like $2 once.
Okay.
You know, I have
You could.
really distinct memories of this game for sure, though.
I feel like you could see this coming out like in like today. Like there's such a retro revival of like
Yeah,
this sort of style, like the
Oh,
kind of
absolutely.
Katana Zeros or Inside or like something adjacent to it.
yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, Blackthorn on SNES. Did you know that? Did you guys know
Interplay, wow.
the quick history of Warcraft is that it was supposed to be a Warhammer game, but there was like weird licensing issues or something. Blizzard, basically
Whoa.
just cut and run, said fuck it, we'll make our own Warhammer game, and they just called it Warcraft. Did you know that?
Well,
No, I
they
didn't know
killed
that
it.
at all.
So
That's true. Yeah, that's 100% true. So I wonder if like even with Blackthorn and stuff, they were like influenced by Warhammer, but then the deal just wasn't good enough for them or something. Oh
But this
yeah,
game was a lot of fun.
look at this,
I mean, classic shit.
fucking cool. Again, it's almost like Flashback a little bit too, the way it's laid out, right?
You remember the
yeah,
passwords? So you get back to that area because there was no saving.
What? You had to write them down
wow.
physically?
Yeah, you had to write them down. You remember that shit?
Whoa! No, I never played this. I never had this. This
No,
one.
I mean, so did you play any game like that? Because there was a bunch of games like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
Mega Man 2.
And you had to write down the pattern that was on there so you could get back to that same game state.
What about you? What about you? What about you, Gage? Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, these ones are foreign to me, these Blizzard games, but I played the shit out of Warcraft 2 Battle.net Edition for so long. I mean, like the
Oh,
thing that's
yeah.
funny about the endless time that children have is like I made so many maps in Warcraft 2. Like I used to spend
Oh my god.
days just building maps. Like I was so into like Age of Empires also, like Age of Empires 2.
Oh, yes.
I used to spend so much time building maps. I learned how to use triggers and like actually like do some light game design like in Age of Empires 2 where I would like make things happen. Like I made this whole level where you were like Robin Hood and like your town like local village was being like attacked by the big bad scary people and you had to like run through the woods and get all your merry men and it was like a bunch of neutral people. And as soon as you did that, you'd like get your own to like restart the game kind of and like or like restart your town and like build up and eventually take over the big bad guys.
Mhm.
But that map must have taken me like a month. It was so long. And it's like I can't believe I used to spend that kind of time doing it, but good lord. But now Age of Empires 2 remastered is on Game Pass and I'm very excited to try it on console. We're gonna see how it works.
Age of Empires 4 is really fucking good, and it's a lot like Age of Empires 2. But
Yep.
I'd be down to play either, bro. You want to battle? Fucking battle.
Oh
you.
shit, we can do that? We can just
Yeah.
start our own little skirmish? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so down.
Yeah, I think we could even crossplay it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could be on
Yeah.
my laptop and you could be on the Xbox. Shit.
Well, you definitely have an advantage, but yeah.
I mean,
give me
I
a
would
night
do
to
it on.
figure-
I would do it on Xbox too. Don't worry.
Yeah, give me a night to figure out the mechanics of it again, and then I'm super down.
This is the opening cinematic of Age of Empires 2, by the way, that we've been watching.
It's so funny. I remember looking at that opening cinematic and being absolutely blown away by the graphics. Like,
Yeah, for real.
and then old Blizzard games too, like the Warcraft 2 opening cinematic. I remember thinking was the best thing I'd ever seen.
It's like looking back and going, Virtua Fighter.
Oh,
That was fucking good at some point.
that game
Yeah, no
was
doubt.
sick back in the day, dude. Remember, you're like, whoa, 3D graphics.
3D graphics. Oh my god.
That was.
Seriously.
Here's some of the best NES games according to IGN apparently. I remember that's what blew me away about Soul Blade, dude. Which is the precursor game, like the predecessor to Soul Calibur. That game
Never
looked
Soul Blade.
so fucking cool.
Is that a Genesis game or like a
no? That was
Sega
on
CD?
PlayStation 1, my dude.
PlayStation 1.
One of my favorite consoles of all time. Oh look, Fester's Quest. Remember this game? Game's so weird.
Oh yeah.
I do not
Super
remember
weird.
that game.
You never played Fester's Quest?
A Metroid, of course.
Castlevania.
Look at the
Dragon
graphics
Warrior.
though. They're so they're so stylistic. Yeah, Dragon
Yeah.
Warrior. I just booted up. I just booted up Dragon Warrior 1 the other day. I have it on Game Boy,
Nice.
and hey, nice, and Zelda. And yeah, there's just so much like charisma to these graphics.
Yeah.
They have so much character. I mean, even Mario, right? Like to think about the fact that like the Mario, like I feel like it kind of just like was them throwing everything at the wall, and like Mario just like it's weird that like a weird Italian plumber like Mushroom Kingdom thing like became the thing. You know what I mean? It's just that at the time, like because of the gameplay of it and its kind of unique charm,
Mm-hmm.
it just like resonated with people more than the other generic shit that was out there. You know, and
Yeah.
like I feel like it could have been a dozen of those weird games that we were just looking at. Like
Mm-hmm.
could have potentially been the one that launched video games into the stratosphere, but like for whatever reason, it was Mario. You know.
It's just because platformers are timeless and incredible, and Mario always did it best. You know what I mean?
Yep.
From the start, and like the kinetic feeling of the way Mario moves. In the even during that NES era, like so many other platformers exist, like millions, and
Yeah.
they all feel janky and stupid. Like there's a velocity to the way that Mario moves.
Yeah.
It's just
Uh,
excellent game design from on every level, and it's crazy that it was just like a team of 2 or 3 people, and the way they created that game is like ridiculous. Like they had to code every like screen with like first they had to code it first they had to turn it into a spreadsheet, right, to like know which blocks were what color, and then they had to
Right.
translate that into code on the NES, which is just fucking insane to think about.
Oh my
um
God, Siegfried and Voldo. Let's go.
yeah. So well, that's Siegfried and Lee Long, dude. Who I don't think Lee
Well,
Long's
I
in
know
the
that.
series anymore. Or
Yeah,
you're
Li Long's gone now, but you know what's funny? There's a level that is almost exactly like this in Soul Calibur 6.
Yep.
Where you're floating down a river. They really haven't changed that much.
No, that's the thing. That's why I love Soul Calibur, because I was obsessed with this fucking game.
God,
Uh,
Cervantes, my dude.
I remember this level too. Sorry. Oh, my throat.
Yeah, I
uh,
feel you.
so many good PS1 games out there. One of my favorites of all time is this game called Alundra, and it's one of the hardest games ever made. The puzzles in there are just fucking ridiculous. Like this particular puzzle took me like hours and days to beat. You know, to get, of just like
Yeah.
coming back and trying to figure it out. Like you have 6 ice pillars, all like lined up next to each other, next to these other little statues, and you got to figure out how to push them properly. And if it doesn't work out, you have to like walk out of the room and start over. And it like this video of this person playing the game. Thank you, Urito Rutsa, whatever that guy's name is. This video is 30 minutes of this
Brutal.
person just trying to figure out how to fucking do this puzzle.
Good
It's
Lord.
insane. Great game. So like it's kind of in the vein of what you're talking about, Miguel, with the puzzles in Tunic, because this game's sort of a Zelda like, but you can hop around. I love Alundra so much, but like there's nowhere to get it. It's like you can't buy it on Steam. It's nowhere. Like the only way you can play Alundra is if you either emulate it or buy the fucking PS1 disc, which is kind of sad. I don't understand why Sony doesn't give a fuck about the PlayStation 1 era. You know? Why does it seem like I'm the only person who cares about the PS1 era? I'll just throw that out there. Like no one else seems to care. Every time I talk about PlayStation classics, everyone says
I don't think
PS2.
you. I don't think you are.
I hope not.
I was gonna say no. I would disagree with that because there was a lot of games on PS1 that I really enjoyed.
Okay, good. Well,
Well,
you guys
also,
are cool.
I just think like, I think Sony. I think Sony needs to do a better job with game preservation in general. Like,
Yeah.
I think, like one of the reasons why I'm disappointed in the offering. Like, I know there's still a lot of really good stuff about the new PS Plus tiers, but it's just like, and I know we're fucking corporate shills for Xbox, and they're a giant company, and we don't need to be like. But like, honest to
Yes,
God,
you
like,
are.
there's
Game
just an
Pass.
enthusiasm behind, and I know they don't even have as big of a classic library because the Xbox was newer, but I still just like the reverence they give to their legacy and to game preservation and to making sure that like all of their stuff, like for instance, I booted up Morrowind on my console like from the first time I bought an Xbox One,
Mm-hmm.
like when the backwards compatibility came out, and it had my save info from my original Xbox Morrowind. Like
What?
it's insane to me. Like yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like just because it was the
Wow.
same gamer tag, like the same Xbox Live account. It's insane.
That is
And
insane.
just the forethought to connect all of those things and like keep that reverence is just pretty amazing. So like, you know, I want to see some of that for PlayStation. Obviously, it's hard to go back and retroactively do that, but yeah, PS1 games, PS2 games, obviously PS3
Right.
is also kind of shelled away on the cell processing thing, but
Oh,
True.
Great Fencer Musashi.
Oh yeah, I love this game. I'm just gonna pull up
Classic.
random footage of games I love.
hell yeah.
Bribe Shanky.
That's another game I'd like to play through. But do you remember like that Rings of Fate game? That was kind of like Brave Fencer Musashi. That game is pretty cool.
Sounds familiar.
Harvest Moon Back to Nature, in my opinion,
Uh-huh.
is the best Harvest Moon ever created. Fucking obsessed with that game. Love it.
That game was good. I
Very
own
good.
that if I'm not mistaken.
Like, and then you guys remember? I mean, you were playing Tunic, right? So this hits hard, right? Manuals, like game manuals. Remember how cool those things were? And this game in particular, it had like literally the in-game calendar with all of the characters like birthdays in it and stuff. So you know what I mean? Like you can look in the game at a calendar too, but like you could just open your manual and you're like, oh motherfuckers, I got some chocolate. I can give this guy some chocolate. He'll like me. He'll let me into his house. You know what I mean?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
tired.
Great game. I mean this
Um,
this
What are you
gameplay doesn't
doing?
look that great, but
You need to start with 9x9 grids.
I know, right? What is this?
How are you gonna water all that?
I know. Well, maybe he has the crystal fucking, what do you call it? Watering
Fuck
can
out
or
of here.
something.
Looks like you just started. There's no way he has that.
yeah.
Great game.
Oh yeah.
So many good games.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
great game. It's fun.
Yeah, it's just cool to see like these weird little pockets of gaming memories and like the different like there was just such a different variety between each console maker or platform
Mm-hmm.
where like the graphics are so nostalgic because they were so unique. Like now
Mm-hmm. I think he's saying
the
now they all look the
different
same, pretty much.
game.
Do they
Kind of,
think
right?
they all look
Sorry.
the same?
No, it's cool.
I think they kind of look similar, but it just
No,
depends on the game too.
I wasn't saying that they all look the same. I guess what I was saying was, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
It's not so much that they all look the same. It's more just that like technology has risen like earlier in these early days, right? Like there's such branching technology, you know what I mean? So the play like the philosophy was so different because like of the limitations.
Yeah.
Where nowadays I feel like everyone has a lot more ability to kind of tap into the resources that are out there, including things like Unreal Engine
Yeah.
or whatever. And it's so yes, art style can be vastly different and creativity is there,
Mhm.
but it's like that need for innovation based off of limits is like almost no longer there anymore, other than like the indie space maybe. But
Right. Yeah, I feel like
I would agree with that. Yes, absolutely.
I totally agree with that because like
But then I also think that there's we've all come to expect certain things
totally,
from games in general.
Good
and
point.
if you can't do those things, you're like, well, what the fuck?
yeah.
um
But
you-
it's one of the reasons that like FromSoft has kind of broken my mind because like it is like a different gaming philosophy than a lot of other
Mhm.
Yep.
language of it.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit, I do really enjoy this, and it's something refreshing.
Very refreshing. Agreed. Uh yeah, it's cool. Internet speeds kind of suck, like let's fix the fucking infrastructure in this country. Please, thank you God.
That'd be cool.
It's cuz I don't blame you for anything. I blame your ISP, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But who
I'll
cares?
call them out right now.
I know.
Suddenlink those motherfuckers.
Oh, I was like, oh, just because you said the name, what if you fully like dropped out of the call? That would have been really funny. Here's
That
another
would've been funny.
Yes.
here's another classic game right here. Metal Gear Solid 1. You guys remember this shit?
No, I don't. I missed out on all of the Metal Gear.
What? You never played any Metal Gears?
Oh, I remember
I
Metal Gear
played
Solid 1. Yeah.
I
Wow.
played Twin Snakes. I rented it from a Blockbuster Video,
God, is that
and I
good?
didn't like it.
I don't even know what that is.
Sorry, am I there?
Yeah, you're
Yeah, no,
here.
you're good. You're good.
Which one's Twin Snakes?
No, it's the remake of Metal Gear Solid 2, I think.
Ah.
And having never played them, they were just such a different type of game from anything I'd ever played, and I just couldn't do it. It was too hard. I just failed a bunch, so I returned it the same day that I rented it. But, oh well.
I was never good at those games.
Mhm.
Just like Resident Evil, I was not good at the Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
And I never beat Metal Gear Solid,
Really?
but you know, it is what it is. I think it's fun. Like
Mhm.
I watched other people play it, but I never beat it myself.
Are you gonna go back and beat Death Stranding?
That's
I-
not happening.
He
I
said
tried
no.
to like that
No,
game.
no. You don't like walking
But-
around? You don't want to just
So
play?
what's that?
You don't play the walking game?
If I want to be a courier, I've done that in real life. I live that life.
That's awesome.
But
Man.
no, I really did try to like that game, and I thought it was beautiful. It was a beautiful fucking game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
it just did not work out for me. Let's put it that way. Well, not for me.
It's
go.
it's not like traditional in the terms of it. It's more like a work of art. Either you like it or you don't. You know what I mean?
I suppose
I still haven't
it, just
beaten
felt
it.
like it was very
He says-
Japanese in the sense that it felt very punishing.
Sure.
Yes, it was. Ghost of Tsushima is a much better game.
It
That
is.
game's really good though.
At the end of the day.
I beat the shit out of that game.
Me too.
You don't gotta force
Um,
yourself to play a game like that.
Mm-mm.
Guys, I've crafted a game that might play on some of our nostalgia.
Oh, okay.
On
Jay!
Um,
Sorry.
it's called If You Know. Am I back? Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. You're back.
You're back.
Damn it. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's cool, man. I mean, you
I
know,
don't bother.
let's roll with it, man. We're rolling with it.
Well, luckily, you guys know how to handle it. And you know, just keep it going.
We're just having fun.
Yeah, this game is called If You Know, Then Go. So the
Okay.
idea, right? I'm going to list kind of a category of things, and I'll tell you how category. You're going to kind of bid. Dum-de-dum.
Mm-hmm.
Am I back?
Mhm.
You're going to kind of bid on how many you think you can name, right?
Okay.
If the other person thinks they can name more than you, then they will chime in and say, I'll do this much. And then if you get to the point where you're like, there's no way I can name more than that, then you say, if you know, then go. And then that person has to say that many. If they successfully say that many, that the amount that they bid, then they get a point. If they don't, then you get a point. Feel me?
Okay. Can we do like a test one?
Shit, I did not prepare a test one. Okay, so I guess like
Mm.
I would say something like there are
Mhm.
I don't know, there are I don't know how many there actually are, but there are 12 chess, like different pieces in chess. And you would say, "Oh, I can name 8 of them." And Miguel would be like, "I can name 9 of them." And you'd be like, "No, I can't name."
Mm-hmm. Okay, but then you say if you know, then go.
Names 9 of them,
Then he'll get
Yes.
a point.
and then if he names them successfully, then he gets the point. If he doesn't and he fails,
Then
you
I get the point. Okay. All right. Let's try it. You get that, Miguel?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. If you have questions, I'll clarify.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Let's do this.
Here we go. Empires 2 Definitive Edition. There are 35 playable factions. Did you hear any of that?
Try again.
Just the last part.
Try again.
Try again. Try again. In the original Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, there are 35 playable factions.
Whoa.
Now the goal isn't to name the most amount. It's just that you need to bid against each other to see how many you can name.
I
So
see.
I'm gonna start the bidding with Jacob.
I have to bid against him, or how many I can do.
How
You
many
need to say how many you feel confident, and then maybe say lower than that, so you can build up to the point where you can actually say it.
Okay, I bid 4.
Okay.
I bid. I'm gonna say 1, but I'm definitely lying.
Well, you definitely have to bid over than him, and if you can't, then you just say if you know, then go.
Okay, if you know, then go.
Okay,
There
here
you
we go. I'm gonna name 4 right now. We got Japan.
Yeah. Hold on, let me just. Yep, you got Japan.
We got Egypt.
Um.
Fuck.
Come
Come on.
Final answer.
Come on.
Uh,
No. I was pretty sure. Sumeria.
I'm sorry. You have the Persians. You have the Persians. You have you don't have the Sumers. You have the Sarakins. You have the Turks. You have the Cumans.
I was gonna
the
say
Incas.
English. I've already lost,
you've-
obviously. So
You've already lost that point. Yeah. No, you actually don't have the English. You have the Franks. You have the Byzantines.
Wow,
Yeah. Wow. Good job. Miguel gets the point.
nice.
Yeah, good job me for not ever playing that game.
I
There
thought
you
I
go.
could maybe name 4. You know what I mean?
All right.
I guess Egypt's not in
you got
there.
a bad rap.
Shit. All right, let's
Okay.
go with the next one.
Next round.
Mhm.
There are 16 default maps in the original Counter-Strike 1.6. Yeah, 16. Miguel, it's your turn to start the bidding.
Yeah.
Uh, 1.
Okay.
I'll bid 2.
If you know, then go.
All right.
Okay, we got DE Dust, and we got
Yes.
Assault. I know that's
Yes.
one of them. I could
keep
keep going. I mean, I said 2, so I think I'm covered.
No, you already got the point, but for glory, if you want to keep going.
Yeah, just keep going. Just keep going.
Office,
Yes.
Dust 2.
Yes.
It's kind of a cop out, but
That's all
Hey,
right.
it still counts.
there's Aztec.
Yes.
There's trying to remember the other one. Those are like some of my favorite ones.
Yeah, those are good ones. Aztec's really fun. You want me to read them?
Let's hear a couple more. Fuck.
You have Havana. You have Chateau. You have Oil Rig. You have Kabul. You have 747. Italy. You have
Italy.
Back Alley, Militia,
Dude.
and Train.
Italy was the one where there was the chickens in the little
And
marketplace.
the opera.
Remember that? Yeah, the opera too. Yeah. You could jump in through that like window. You jump on all those boxes. Oh my god. dude.
Yep, especially with the counter terrorist, right? You can control thing and get up there.
I know that
Cool.
one. Do you have any
All right.
questions that aren't from PC games? Because Miguel played a lot of console games.
This last one.
Okay. So I get 1 point. You get 1 point. So this is a tiebreaker. Once we have Gage
Tiebreaker.
back, we'll know. All right, he's
Comes
back. I
back.
think he's back. He's back.
Okay.
Tiebreaker.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm back. All right, I don't know if either of you guys know about these, but we'll see. We'll try. There are 25 Aedra and Daedra, aka the gods, in the Elder Scrolls series.
Oh my god.
So this includes the 9 divines and the Daedric princes. Yeah.
I bid.
Let's start the bidding with Jacob.
Can I bid nothing?
You don't know one? You don't know a single one.
Can't remember one fucking god name.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm having the same problem, and the fact that I just played fucking Skyrim.
And there's so many in Skyrim, dude. I could tell you. There's the one with the Sanguine Rose. I don't remember his
Yeah.
name. There's the one
Yeah.
with the rot. Remember the rot guy?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was the only 2. That's all I can remember. I don't fucking know their names.
All right. Anyone want to guess one? Maybe one.
You should go, Miguel, because
There's
you have
one
a.
that starts with an H, I think.
That's true.
Is it?
Come on, you guys don't know the one. Okay, anyways, Keep going. Yeah, it's all right.
No, it's cause man, I don't like. I like Skyrim.
You
I
name
didn't
one
really.
without the list.
I didn't play him. You know, I didn't play.
Look
Well,
at the list.
He's looking at the list right now.
Oh, I know. I know all of them by heart.
I believe that. I believe that.
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
Okay, well,
Actually, there might be one on there. I don't know.
so do we both lose?
Well,
Yeah.
someone's gonna try at least.
I Ala Alagaba Ganga. Alaganga. Is that close?
Nope.
How close is that?
It's not close.
Alaganga.
Not that far off. But you know,
Fuck. So close. This is
even the main boss in Oblivion, you don't remember any of them. You know?
Nah, man. Oh, cuz it's cuz I've only played a couple hours of Oblivion like
Okay.
on a friend's computer, you know?
Oh damn.
I didn't really play the Elder Scrolls besides like Skyrim.
You should
That's
play.
really
You should
it.
play Oblivion. Oblivion rules.
I need to play.
I played Oblivion for 75 hours and just picked locks. So.
What's fucked
Fuck
up is
yeah,
that you
dude.
can get a key in that game called the skeleton key, which just auto picks all the locks for you.
Happens in Skyrim.
Thanks, Gage. Thanks.
I mean, you have to beat the Thieves Guild mission, so it's a bit of a.
I've actually thought about going back to that game because I did enjoy the shit out of Skyrim. So
The only thing that sucks is that the faces in that game are just so ugly.
yeah.
But the graphics are beautiful otherwise. It's just the facial animations are bad.
Could
Okay.
you name one for us then, since neither
I'm
of
gonna
us
read
remember?
I'm gonna read the list and see if any of them.
Okay.
catch
Yeah.
your name.
Let's do it.
That's
All
fair.
right. I'll keep an eye on my internet to make sure. Okay. We have Akatosh. We have we have Arcay. We have Debella, Julianos. We have Canarith. We have Mara, Stendar, Talos, Zenithar, and now we're on to the Daedric princes. We have Azura, Boethia, Clavasius Vile, Hermaeus Mora, Hirsine, Jigalag, Malekith,
Oh.
Mehrunes Dagon, who's
Oh,
the
yeah.
main boss of Oblivion,
Yep.
Mafala, Meridia, Moleg Ball, Namir, Nocturnal, Periite, Sanguine, that's the one from the Sanguine Rose,
Oh.
and then Shea Gorath, who I thought you guys would have in there if not, but and then Vermina is the last one.
Dude, I bet you somewhere that like because me and Miguel didn't know any of that, like the pizza man Sam like shuddered. He was like, "Ugh, I just
Yeah.
got the chills."
He's- oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
guaranteed. The fact that I remembered them as you said them, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember."
Yeah, I remembered quite a bit
Yeah,
of those.
totally.
Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna do one to you guys just for fun.
Okay.
It's there are a number of characters in Grand Theft Auto 3.
Just characters?
Oh yeah, and specifically just GTA 3, not the spin-offs, not San Andreas, not Vice City.
Sure.
GTA 3. What do you got? We'll start you with the bidding, there, Mr. Gage.
Okay.
Because I don't remember any of these, dude.
I don't remember a single one either. I'm gonna go with two.
Okay, Miguel.
If you know, then go.
Okay,
All
what do
right.
you got? What do you got?
We're gonna go with Ray Liotta and
This motherfucker.
Gay Tony.
Those are not even. God damn you. Gay Tony is from GTA 4. There was
I thought maybe it was like a throwback to GTA 3, and I just don't remember.
no. Oh no. Same city. There was
I
8
know.
Ball. You guys remember 8 Ball? He
Nope.
ran all the car shops. You got Catalina.
Nice.
I was gonna say this is what I'll say about that game.
Miguel
I
is
didn't really play it a whole lot, other
Mm.
than I would drive around,
Mhm.
Yep.
I'd get out,
And shoot people.
I'd pick up prostitutes, I'd
Nice.
kill them, and then take my money back.
There you go.
And that is how you won GTA 3. Everyone did that.
Real mature video games.
Yep.
I am terrible.
We
we all were, don't
we
worry.
all are, yeah. We're horrible human beings. Okay, guys. I think we're at a cool, good time here to start to call it quits. How about that? Let's
Yeah,
hit.
oh yeah.
What I want to do though is let's just get a couple honorable mentions. We don't have to go deep on it, but just start naming a couple more games we didn't talk about. For one, I just want to say Super Mario RPG, Legend of the Seven Stars, great game,
Nice.
love it. You guys got any more? Just a couple other
Uh,
random titles that you love. Legend of Mana, you know I love that. Talk about it all the time.
Shout out to Bungie's first game, Oni.
Oh,
I talk about that a lot. I love one of my favorite OG games.
Nice the old Republic.
ooh, KOTOR.
Sure.
Game I still have to play.
Let's see.
What about
Oh,
Onimusha?
shout out to the backyard sports series. Backyard baseball, backyard soccer. Let's go.
Never played it.
I'm sorry. This is what I meant to say. Half-Life.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. Good job.
Original Half-Life.
It's one of the
Half-Life 2 even. That was a good game too.
So fucking good. Half-Life 1, also really good. Still holds up if you play the Black Mesa version.
Black Mesa
Yep.
version's very, very good. I
Very
agree.
fun. On the Source engine, man, with the physics. It's
It
awesome.
looks so good.
I had one. Yeah. Trying to remember what it was.
Early Dragon Quest games, Dragon Quest 1 through 3 are all really good. Yeah, I have them all in a single cartridge on Game Boy, which is cool.
Pokemon Red.
Obviously.
What about Contra, man?
My
Classic.
wife really loves Contra. She loves Contra.
Contra 3 is the one I remember playing a lot of.
Nice. What about
Shout out to Midtown and Madness and Monster Truck Madness and Motocross Madness.
fuck
Those
yeah.
are some PC driving games, and I loved all of them.
What about the off-road 4x4 fucking arcade cabinet with the steering wheel? Remember that?
Oh
It's
yeah,
like kind of
oh, yeah.
isometric, and you're like bouncing around. Remember that shit being cool. Die Hard Arcade, another great game.
Cruisin'
Huh.
Blast, Cruisin' World.
All the cruisins, love that shit. Although, remember that stupid Volkswagen Beetle game on the N64? It wanted to be
Yes.
cruising so hard.
So hard.
Don't forget Mega Man 2. Did I say that one already?
Echo
Always.
the Dolphin game.
Oh, Echo the Dolphin. Dude, Mochi Squeeze played that game.
Yep.
She talks
Fucking
about
class.
how she was confused, just like the whole
And
world.
Speaking of Mochi, Viva Pinata.
Oh, classic.
She loved that game if I'm not mistaken.
Very much so. Let's all do one more. Oh, I got it. Okay,
Go for it.
I was just gonna say Leisure Suit Larry. Any of
Wow.
those.
I was just gonna say Gauntlet.
Oh, I
Nice.
had a.
God, I love Gauntlet.
I
I
had
want a
one.
modern day
Forgot.
Gauntlet so bad that we can all play online
too.
together.
That would be fun. I'd definitely do that.
Dude, there is a Steam version of the latest game they came out with, and it's really cheap,
Sure.
and it's on my fucking wish list on Steam. You say the word,
Nice.
I'll pull the trigger. Just
I
say
think it's on PlayStation also, that the most recent version.
nice.
Um,
The game that I forgot to say was Descent, man. Descent.
mm,
Final
mm.
Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
Oh, that game's so good,
That game was fucking awesome, dude.
dude. You
I'm
know
gonna say
what's that,
I'm
Miguel?
gonna say go for it. Sorry.
No, I said I never got to beat it.
Me either. Sorry, Gage. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No
Gabe.
worries. I'm gonna say shout out to Black and White, the Lionhead
Ooh,
Studios game.
yes.
It was I want to see a VR style game like that. That would be really rad.
That would be rad as fuck. Where you just like are touching the ground and like
Yeah, you like
poking-
throw a
picking up-
boulder at a town because they didn't worship you enough. That'd be really satisfying.
picking up your worshippers and putting them in the temples and stuff. ActRaiser. Speaking of gods, that's a great
Oh
game.
yeah.
Miguel, they've ported Crystal Chronicles to like random consoles right now, so we could play that one day maybe. Who knows?
Really, I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah.
I'd be down to play that. That was a lot of fun when I played that when it was out.
And one of my favorite soundtracks ever, honestly. Some great music.
It was very, very
Yeah,
good.
dope as hell. There was one more. Mech Warrior. Like OG ones.
hell yeah.
Steel Battalion. I never played Steel
Oh,
Battalion.
yeah.
I just thought the controller was awesome.
I used to play MechWarrior 3 and yeah, like it was so nerdy, like all the controls and shit on your like you'd like map your whole keyboard all different.
Yeah.
So heady.
And who could forget all the countless amazing Star Wars games like Dark Forces 1, 2, Jedi Outcast, fucking
Jedi, yeah.
all of
How about
those.
Star Wars or Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, man?
No, 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 no.
And yet the SNES games are fucking awesome.
They're so
Shadow of the
hard.
Empire.
Yeah. Oh, on the N64?
That was a good game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dash Rendar?
Dash Rendar.
Yep.
Fuck yeah. Star Fox? Ugh. It's too many good games. Too many
So
good
many
games.
good games.
God, I love
Here's
video
to it.
games. It's so fun. You do yourself a favor if you're a youngin, you didn't play any of these games we threw out today. Just try one out. Some of them are on Game Pass. Age of Empires 2 is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Diablo 2 Resurrect is pretty fun. If you can get that on sale,
Yeah.
totally worth
Rules.
it. You know, so many games. Get a DOS emulator and just look up some fucking DOS games. Like play one of those Apogee games, like Commander Keen.
Sure. Sure.
Hell yeah, get out there.
Enter the Matrix. Great game.
Oh my god, dude, the hacking sections were really fun.
I loved the hacking sections.
I was obsessed.
Yeah, me too.
Whew, man. You guys
times.
just are making me want to play stuff. So we got to end this episode now. Miguel, what's your endorsement for today?
Let me get the name because I never remember it. Give me 1 second.
I know
Did I
you
send
sent me
you
a
the
link, so I'll pull it up.
Yeah. It's called the Uproot Cleaner.
Cool.
So
Nice.
it's like if you have pet hair, it's like a little rake, and then like it just lifts the hair out of the fabric of the upholstery.
Rad.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
you need to, like, if you have a cat tree and it hasn't been cleaned in a long time, it's fucking awesome. It works
Whoa.
really, really well. Like, I was really impressed with it. That's the only reason why I'm endorsing it. Polly Pocket bought one, and it's totally worth the money.
That's awesome. I wonder if it would
It's
work on
really,
my carpet.
really good. Yeah, all the cat trees are carpet, so it works on carpet. And like
Cool.
as you're like raking it, you could feel how smooth it is, and then it'll start getting rough because you're actually getting to the carpet.
Whoa.
It's fucking
Cool.
crazy how much hair came up.
I'm excited. I'm gonna get one.
Look at this lady loving her dog. We need to get this Mochi for like because
It's fucking awesome. That's all I'll say to you. It's definitely worth money.
our couch is
Nice.
like covered in cat hair, dude. So, yeah, Uproot Cleaner Pro reusable cat hair remover, special dog hair remover, multi-fabric edge and carpet scraper by Uproot Clean, easy pet hair remover for couch, pet, tower, and rugs. Gets every hair.
It really does.
Whew.
Like they're not fucking around. Like it's crazy.
Damn,
I was super impressed with it.
that was a lot of words.
It's an SEO title if I've ever seen it.
You can use it on clothes too. Thank you,
Yeah.
Polly Pocket. Awesome. I'm excited.
Excellent.
What you got?
I'm gonna endorse a specific salad that I like to make.
Oh,
It's really easy, cheap, easy.
Mhm.
What I do, get some nice arugula or another kind of bitter green of some sort. Cherry tomatoes. Some Parmesan cheese, and then put like a nice Caesar dressing on it. Just simple, like like the thing with salads, right? What deters you from eating them a lot of times is complexity or lots of ingredients or chopping or things like that. Just cut all that out. All you need is some good cherry tomatoes, arugula mix, some Caesar dressing. If you want to throw some cucumbers in there, why not? And then a little Parmesan cheese to make it feel like you're like cheating a little bit. And then you're good to go. Bang, bang, boom.
Sounds pretty good.
Parmigiano Reggiano. Cool,
Takes
yeah.
2 seconds to put together, and then you're feeling good.
Get out there and eat that arugula.
Eat some salads. Eat some greens.
Eat them
Yeah.
greens. Today, I'm going to endorse the brand new camera I'm using right now. You may notice that I look kind of different, maybe better. Look, it autofocuses. It's pretty cool. It's called the
It
Razer
looks cool.
Keo
Way better.
Pro, baby. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I was specifically looking for. Well, we needed to fix the things around here. We got mic stands instead of the boom arms because they were just ridiculous. Moji Squeeze was saying like, let's get rid of the stupid tripods we're using for the cheap webcams. I said let's get brand new cameras, and so we pulled the trigger, got these. But looking for cameras, I just really wanted a 60 frame per second 1080p camera. You know what I mean? That would like look nice and adapt and do all the fun things and not make me not look fucking weird, like the cheap $30 camera we're using. But yeah, no, I really dig it. Like we got them basically half off. Actually, I think even more than 50% off on Amazon. They could be on sale right now still. So you're looking for a better streaming camera? Go ahead and pick it up. I was sort of worried because when we got it, I was like, can I plug 3 into my laptop at the same time? I got it to work. I had to, it took some work, but I figured it out. So pretty excited for the setup.
Nice.
I dig it. It's pretty massive. It looks kind of scary how big it is. It's a lot bigger than you think. But yeah, I endorse it 100%. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Percento.
Looks good.
Guys, we on behalf of the Neon Pocket Dimension squad here, I want to wish Aishu a smooth situation with everything. I hope everything goes right.
They're wishing you a smooth situation.
Goes fine. You know what I mean?
She says thanks, guys.
We can't wait to see the baby. You know what I mean?
They said we can't wait to see the baby. She says, "Aw,"
and all that fun shit. And
thanks, guys. It's pretty exciting.
Hashtag vibes. I'm happy for you guys. Congratulations again. I know it hasn't officially happened yet, but it will by the time we come back. So, congrats to you again. And we can't wait to see this baby. Miguel, what you got?
Yeah, I agree with everything Jacob just said.
Righteous. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's exciting. It's gonna be a journey, but
should be fun for you.
Yeah. To our audience, I may or may not be around for the next couple weeks, but just keep in touch, and I'm sure these guys will get some guests on, and I know we want to get some Keen Omegas in there, maybe some Stevens, some Gaff, some Erics. So we'll see how it goes, but I'll be around. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as we have a picture to show, we'll show it as long as it's cleared by the by your Humboldt Center. Yeah, no. I mean, we could blur it. We could blur out the baby. You know what I mean? We just a picture of. I don't know. If you don't want the baby to be on record, we can keep it a secret. You know what I mean?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yes,
I just want photographic proof.
No doubt.
I don't know. I'm just joking around.
All right, y'all.
All right, man. Well, that's it for the episode. We want to thank you for listening, watching, however you did it. Remember, you can watch this shit live at twitch.tv/Neon Pocket Dimension. You could watch the VOD later if you just go and search Odd Valley Studios on YouTube. I think it's youtube.com/@symbol Odd Valley Studios, all one word, I believe. And you can find our Twitter @NPD Squad. You can see all the fun stuff at the bottom, the great art that Mr. Gage made for us. But we'll see you guys next time. Say goodbye.
Bye.